Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I will just run through a few, well, I'll say a few trades. I haven't hardly done anything. Shorted, I tried to go long the Dow here on the back of this hammer, I think. I support this level here. We just couldn't get through here, so stopped out of that one. And so I shorted, started shorting up here, ran the stop down. Actually, no, I didn't run the stop down that fast. I kept the stop up here, so I locked in that much profit, for, about +9 or something, and got stopped out. Okay, so pretty uneventful day. And in fact, I even tried to go long here and then around here somewhere and got stopped out. I was thinking very short, but then I realised, yeah, there's just too much support underneath it. So generally a very, very poor day. So tonight on Traders Roundtable, I'm just going to run through where I've got my fibs on 4-hour charts, because this is something I think is very, very worthwhile. And at the moment, I've got my fibs on the overnight. Sorry, that's the Friday high and the last midweek lows. On the non-farm payroll, we dropped down to that 38.2%, and this morning in the US session, we are just doing very, very little. What I would like to get short either at this 820 area here or this 127 extension. It's an unusual week. We've got the new Fed chair speaking tomorrow, and then on Wednesday's the big day, we've got Mark Carney speaking, we have the US budget, and various things, but today is incredibly quiet on data, and tomorrow is not much different. So, very small moves. On the daily chart, you can see we are just holding after a good couple of days last week. That little bar up there is Sunday's open, which these charts register, and so yeah, this is the sort of area where I want to get short. 890, 16,000. Any one of these areas, I think we might get a pop. I think we're going to follow through the first half of the week. Once we break these highs, follow through into these areas of fib and EMA resistance areas. Pound yen looks very similar, not quite as good. The 60 minutes has got a 50 and 200 cross, but a lot of resistance above and a lot of support below, so we are very sideways. Very, very quiet. Pound US, that's just about holding the daily 50. In fact, it is holding the daily 50. So tomorrow, I might look at this one rather than the pound yen tomorrow. If we can hold 393 and break 425, which is a very small range, it could go up to 165 and beyond. Who knows, maybe even start to head towards 167. Euro, not bad, but not doing a whole heap. We gapped down to 136.16. No, sorry, whoa. That's a bit weird. We gapped down to 136.10. I'm currently 136.40, so incredibly tight day today. I was interested in the pound yen. I've got a problem with my camera. Where is my camera? Apologies about this, I've lost my camera. Where is my camera? It's there. Pound Aussie dollar crashed into 50 MA, coming off. Watch carefully. Obviously, that's a bit of a reversal bar on the 50 MA. So if we break 183.25, we could come crashing down. Aussie US, surprise, surprise, pretty sideways, and the CAD yen, which I was interested in, is just drifting lower. So I've got an alarm for 91.75 on that. And the Nikkei is holding that 200. Right, what I'm interested in at the moment is commodities. This oil is sideways, a bit of a spinning top up there, just coming into the pit close. So I think we might see a bit of a downdraft and perhaps a retest of 98. Gold is perking up. It's not a brilliant chart. I mean, a big move up, pulled right back to major support, and finally cranked up. Not brilliant. The corn is weak at the moment. It's weak to sideways, whereas the wheat is doing well. So this 580, 575, 580 was a good entry if you took that. And pits, I think, are just about to close on this, so that's a nice close. So if you keep your stop out of trouble at 566, let's see if we can get back to at least 600 and see if we can break up to 650 plus. The corn is just not as good, and the beans had a struggling at this area here. Sugar, which if we look at more carefully, nice entry. Yeah, we start breaking 1567. That's coming up. Any pullbacks to 1550 are to be bought, and but on the face of it, that looks like a nice hammer, sitting on 50% fibs. So hammer on 50% fibs over a period of time, we could get to 127, 161 extension. Any other commodities? Orange juice is doing okay. No, it's not. Rough rice. It didn't look too great down here, but some higher closes down here, and they've pushed that up. In fact, if you look at yes, I have 3 huge hours of buying. Weekly pivot at 153.50. So that's a decent move. That's a very, very good move. If you get a pullback to rough rice to 154.50, or hold out for a nice price to see if you can get in, you're going to have your stop under 153.20. Okay. That's all I've got for commodities. That's all I've got for forex. Let's move on to stocks. This market is stagnant, absolutely stagnant at the moment. It's hardly moving. Right, stocks. These are. Let's look at the bellwethers first, because I was interested in Baidu. So that's come off, had a good 3 days, right into the 50 EMA there, right into the 50%. Where have I got my fibs from? Got my fibs from the November 7 low and the Jan 9 high. If you're not in that, stay away for the moment, because we're just touched the monthly pivot at the highs here. The Goldman's, that's the one I was after, Goldman's. Not doing it at the moment. Which doesn't bode well for the market, so steer clear for the moment. Let's look at potash. I sort of skimmed through it. I would very much like potash to drift back to 32.60, at which point I will be a buyer. At the moment it's holding up okay. Chesapeake. Yeah, I think Chesapeake has got something. That's a hammer on Friday. Now broken up through the hammer. If we close here, if we hold 25, just hold out to see if we get a retest of that hammer at 24.60 on Chesapeake CHK. Other ones I like are that Solar City has busted up. Yahoo has busted up. Not touching that at the moment. Expedia, gapped up on Thursday. Avis Cars. So on the whole, the markets are okay. And Harley Davidson just trapped in that 50 to 200 EMA. Right, ones I like are this. And let's look at the commodity rating one. The commodities are doing well. So this is a sector that I now think could do well. Right, here we go. I did like last time I looked, BTU, Peabody. This is BTU. Got a hammer in the weekly, but the hammer was a lower close with not extreme RSI. I still think this one could do it, because if we hold that level and start closing above that, at the moment we're in a downtrend, but if we hold that level, we hold this hammer, I think we could go and retest that star. But I admit it's low RSI. I admit at the moment that is shaky. Bit of a spinning top on Friday, and that's dragging it down, which is good. Keep an eye on it. See how we close. That's BTU. That's still on my watch list. Not doing anything with that at the moment. Right. CLF. I don't mind this had a good couple of days midweek. I don't mind this pulling back, because what I would like is I'd love a retest of 1972 area, or this area here, which is about, yeah, I like a test of the 200 there on CLF. So I'm going to hold out for that, because I think that one could move. It just got a bit ahead of itself last week, so I'm hoping that CLF is going to give me a pullback. FCX. Now this had a good run up to 380 and then sold off. Hammer down there at 31.30. Obviously we're at resistance. So I would hold out for 31.50. Put a cheeky order out for 31.50. See if you get that on FCX. Because I think these commodities, the time has come to. There's a lot of interest in commodities at the moment. At the start, this is about the right time of the year for commodities to start to come off. So Monsanto MON has had a good run from 104. That's currently 111. Keep an eye on that because I would like a better price on that one. Sorry about this screen. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't seem to like all the software I've got open at the moment. CF. Nope, that's coming off my list. That shouldn't be on there. Chesapeake we talked about. Right, let's have a look at the next range. DAR. I can't remember what DAR is. Yeah, I think this is the one I meant. No, okay, let's scrap that. DF. Dean Foods. It's had a hard time since July. It's come off from 230 down to 1520, 152. Fibs on this. I can't put fibs at the moment. If we hold 150 on this, I think we could at least retest 164. Look at that support over there at 1520. If you look at this moved up on late Feb last year from 150 to 230 in mid-year. So this is a seasonal stock. This is a good time to get in on this cycle on these commodity related stocks. So I like DF. So I like FCX, BTU, CLF, MON on a pullback, BA, not BA, that's Boeing, sorry, Chesapeake I do like. Dean Foods, right, MUR, let's look at some of the oil stocks in a minute. Right, STLD, Steel Dynamics, not great. Holding massive support there at 162. See what you think. I think there is potential there, but I have to admit that we may need at least one more day behind us on Steel Dynamics, STLD. Look at what X is doing. Come on. United States Steel Corp. Not brilliant. Above the 50%. Holding up, not doing a lot. Right, oil. Let's have a look at the oil ones. Ooh, Tesla. I was looking at Tesla and it's broken out. Yuck. Yeah, it's nice big bar here. No pullback as such. gaps up, holds the gap range, which was 162 and 172. All pullbacks into that range are bought, and then we run. What a shame. ICI Bank is. We'll come on to the banks in a minute. In fact, let's look at the banks now. And Stan looks as if it's trying to hold. It's got a bit of a stopping bar on the weekly here at 124. Keep an eye on it. It's not brilliant. RBS. No, don't like that. Lloyd's is a odd one. I would avoid that. HSBC. Close above hold 625 tomorrow, and close above 625, and I'll be a buyer of HSBC. Barclays has already bounced some. If you see a retest of 270 on Barclays, I would buy that. Right. Some of the UK miners, been talking about these for a while. That's HOS, Hochschild Mining, doing well. My Fresnillo is doing really well, suddenly breaking out at long last. Aquarius Platinum, no, not yet. So I'm a big fan of these commodity related stocks at the moment. Right, EXPD. Expeditors International Washington, I presume. I like it. I would buy 406 on that. If I see that tomorrow. And oh, we looked at that one, didn't we? Expedia's already gone. LNG. No. I've done various other scans today, so I'm interested. It's oil stocks. Let's look at oil. And Valero. I'm looking at the weekly. I think it's still too extended. 440. 440 would be a good one. I'm not sure we'll see 440, but Targa I have been trading. Doesn't look great. PAA is not great. Murphy Oil. I've got resistance here at 580 is major resistance. A couple of big days last week, a couple of big moves up. Keep an eye on it for now. Obviously got an hour and 20 minutes till the close. This one could pick up. It's a bit messy down there, but keep an eye on it, because if that comes back down to 560 and holds, I would at least buy some of that. We haven't looked at PTEN. That's gone. I'd love to put an alarm on for 260. I would definitely buy that at 260 if that ever drop. Just pokes its head down there. Diamond offshore. That's had quite a sell-off. I'll leave that for now. Hercules, not great. Noble, that's gone. Conoco. We've got the weekly 200 just underneath us here. There's a hammer in last week's bar. I like this. I think 643 is a good place to get in if you see that again. I like that. Retest the hammer will be terrific. Hold out for 63.75. Or you may need to be a bit more aggressive than that. Hold out for 64, 640 on COP if you believe that is a good trade. Okay, I'll leave that there and hope to see you in the room tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next update if I can find the turn off for this camera.